The third installment of the Hunger Games series premieres at theaters nationwide. The popularity of the films continue to soar, not to mention the continued fascination with the fabulous Katniss braid. Now, braids are everywhere, but a basic braid just isn't enough. We've got some amazing ways to take that braid to the next level. Laura Brown, owner of the Salon by Laura Brown, is here to show us how to get those looks. Braids are huge, right? Not just because of the movie, just in general.
Yes, they've been around a long time, and I think they're going to be staying in, especially in the spring and next year. So they're everywhere.
What kind of? We're not just talking like the normal braid, the normal French braid. We're talking lots of different things, right?
Yeah, you need to incorporate several different braids. That's what's so great about braids is you're not just stuck with one thing. You can do French braid, you can do the Dutch braid, which she had last year. You can do the fishtail braid, rope braid. You can intertwine as many as you want. There's no way to do it wrong.
I just love all of these braids. I think they're really, now that one's kind of interesting with those bangs,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. Those designers have to throw in something a little quirky.
But look how cute that one is.
Yes,
it's kind
that's
of a
the bubble braid.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's really, really
it's
cool.
It's easy to do as well.
Really easy? Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's take a look. Let's first look at Katniss's braid that you brought for us, okay? Okay, so what have we got? How do you kind of achieve this look?
Okay, hers is actually with the French braid, but then you have to pull, and also the fishtail braid. So it's the French fishtail braid where you have to pull from the outside in and continue to separate that fishtail out. And then once you come around, you make the two braids, and then you gather them together at the bottom, continuing this, and then fishtailing around the bottom. This is her battle braid. So everything is kind of a little messy. It's not perfect. Everything's a little roughed up. So once you get the braid in, don't feel like everything has to be just completely sleek and perfect.
That's good, because if you're doing it yourself, it's not going to be sleek and perfect.
Exactly.
Isn't that right?
That's right.
Now, is there a place you go to, like say online, to get some tutorials on how to do this on yourself?
There are so many YouTube videos that you can go to, really. If you're interested in braids, you could Google anything you want, and they can really walk you through, just depending on how you learn. If it's written or if it's actually a video of it, just you just have to look and see what you're interested in.
Okay.
But don't be afraid. You know, start getting in it, and like I said, you cannot go wrong with braids.
Okay, let's talk about what are you going to do? What are you going to show us here?
So I'm really just kind of show you what I did on hers as well.
Okay.
So basically, you're just wanting to take on that fishtail braid. You know, you're ending up with two sections. So if you're splitting it in two, you just constantly need to grab that outer piece, one more piece in, and then switch it over. Same thing. So you're holding it, grabbing the outer piece, grabbing the piece inside, and switching it over. Always with the fishtail braid, you're always looking at doing two separate pieces. So you can always come in and intertwine. This is the easiest for me to teach somebody. So you just put your fingers in the side, and then you're constantly going in.
And it does kind of become rote, doesn't it? You just kind of, you kind of can do it in your sleep after you've done it a few times.
And then the great thing is then you can do different things with it. If you want to start roping it, you can rope. And then if you want to go back into, you know, fishtailing again, you can.
Oh my goodness.
So just don't feel like it has to just be one way. Or you can go in and French braid it. So don't feel like it has to be one braid throughout the entire thing.
It can be, look, you've got a fishtail, you've got a rope, and then you've got just the basic too.
Absolutely.
That's so cool, Laura.
And then you just, you know, push it in and kind of mess it up.
Oh, and then you really do need to mess it up.
So then you're just pulling, or you can take one piece of hair and pull it in, so then it moves inside. And then you can just pin it up, or you can twist it up. They're doing a lot of the chignon, so you can pin that up as well.
Oh my gosh.
So just play with it. There's not a, you know, right or wrong reason. Just completely just get in, and if you want to do something for a little bit and then twist it to something different, or do one piece one way and another piece another way.
That's so cool.
Just that's what's great about braids, is
I love
you can't go wrong.
Is there a kind of product that you like to use on braids when you're braiding hair? Is there something you really need to use?
Yes, for the pre-speech is what I finished Bailey's with, is it just has a little bit of that texture, but it has that high shine to it. So it almost gives that beachy, lived-in feel, kind of like what she had in the battles, a little roughed up, not so perfect. You always want to finish with a little bit of hairspray, and then the Shine Light spray has that real high shine to it. And then also puts that moisture in, especially since she had natural curly hair, and as well as my daughter, you've got to make sure you keep that moisture.
You have naturally curly hair? Oh my gosh, Bailey, it doesn't even look like that at all. It looks really, really good.
And then you can sleep in braids. Like for her, we'll braid hers at night. She sleeps in it, and then you can just take it out, and then you have this soft wave.
And that's another great look, too. You can see that in the movie. She kind of
Yes,
goes from the
yes.
braid to the soft wave, too.
Exactly.
We can all be like Katniss.
Yeah,
Laura, thanks
can't
to
we?
you. Thanks
Yeah.
to you, we can all be like Katniss. You can find Laura over at the Salon by Laura Brown. She's on Bell Street. You can find out more on her website. We appreciate you. Coming up.